These clouds of wildfire obscure visions of my past. Velociraptor. Welcome to Russ Rockwell Reviews. I'm Russ Rockwell. In honor of the recent passing of Sam Neill, I'll be looking at the beloved film Hunt for the Wilderpeople. Written and directed by Taika Waititi, the film stars Neill as a grumpy New Zealand bushman who is forced to take care of a troubled teenager after the death of his wife. The teenager is played by Julian Dennison. He runs away into the wilderness out of fear that he'll be returned to child services. Sam's Neill character's got to bring him back, but the authorities declare the situation a kidnapping. So it's kind of an adopted father-son bonding in the New Zealand bush type deal. All right, so just a couple things, just kind of my thoughts on the film here. Overall, I really liked it. I thought Sam Neill did a great job playing Heck. You really felt like he was this outdoorsy bushman who was kind of given up on society and was just wanted to live his own, just kind of live in his loneliness. And then you couldn't really feel the pain he was going through after his wife died. And he kind of takes that out on Ricky a little bit at first, and then they kind of bond together. I really liked the duality of Ricky and Heck being, similar but opposite. Because Ricky also felt, abandoned by society and being dumped on house to house or being in juvie, and this was kind of the first place he lived in where he kind of felt like he had a little bit of a family starting, and then that gets ripped away from him, which is why he goes running away to begin with. But, he's completely unprepared. He's a city kid. He has no idea how to take care of himself in the wilderness. So I thought all that worked really good, and they really, it was really heartwarming. You really see these two polar opposites slowly bond each other and annoy each other, and they both did a great job. I'll say the comedy, it's a Taika Waititi film, so we get the jokes get a little cartoonish sometimes. I don't think that hurt the overall flow of the movie. Most things landed. And that's his style, so you gotta expect that going in there. I personally don't mind it. I think if you're a person that just doesn't like Taika Waititi's more wacky films, I'm trying to think of one off the top of my head. Like Thor: Love and Thunder was a lot of just joke for joke's sake in a very serious, it's a comic movie, but just saying, it's not like that in this. It's like the jokes are grounded a little bit better. It makes sense. Most of them come from like Ricky. They play up the police and social services as buffoons, so they're kind of comic relief. But overall, I think it works. I think it balances out the jokiness with the sincerity, which Taika, I do like most of his films, but he can kind of drift away from that sometimes. Sometimes he gets focused on the silly. The landscape was beautiful. I mean, it's in New Zealand. It's in the wilderness, which is cool. I mean, I've seen a lot of things filmed in New Zealand, obviously like the Lord of the Rings film, but those are more like mountainous plains. This is just right in the woods. But you get a lot of great cinematography of the landscape. That was awesome. There's one of the sillier things Ricky does is he's into haikus. That's why I opened this episode with my Sam Neill Memorial haiku. I occasionally like to write the bad haiku, so I thought that was a fun opportunity and I couldn't resist. So for my rating, like I've done before, I just do like a watch, don't watch rating system. Keep it real simple. For Wilderpeople, is an easy watch. It's not a super long movie. It's fun. It pulls on your heartstrings. It's a lot of. I would have no issue recommending this film to anybody. I wouldn't think twice about recommending this film to a stranger on a bus. I just think it's a really solid movie all around. Let's spin this wheel and see what I'll be watching and reviewing next. For those that don't know, I'm on a journey. I'm attempting to watch every film ever made. I know that's a big claim. but you got to start at the bottom and just keep moving, you know. So the list, we were previously around 6,000 movies. I just found this massive film list, which I merged with my list and removed the duplicates. So now the wheel is up to around 13,000 films, and it's still a living list. I'm just adding stuff as I find it, but the goal is we're gonna watch it and review it all. Let's spin this wheel and see what I'll be doing next. Hopefully it's popping up over here. All right, so it looks like our next film is going to be The Beast from 2023, starring Léa Seydoux. It doesn't, I don't really know too much about this film. It's kind of looks like an arty thing with maybe science fiction undertones. So that'll be interesting. And we'll get my review and rating on that next time. If you enjoyed this review, hit the like or subscribe. I'll be here. I'm going to keep watching movies. I'm going to keep reviewing them. I'm Russ Rockwell, and I'll see you next time.